where the moon shines bright. I wanna dance under the stars tonight. I wanna love till my heart's still light. I wanna sing until the dawn's first light. I wanna breathe where the air smells sweet.
From my experience, dementia's sort of been around me my entire life.
Most recently with both of my grandmothers. My grandmother on my dad's side.
And my mother has dementia that is somewhere between moderate to significant. So a lot of my life is now kind of wrapped up in more and more thinking about my mom's needs. My mother-in-law has severe dementia right now.
My mother was diagnosed back in September with it, and it has progressed rapidly. I've been out to Washington twice, and so it's definitely uprooted my life.
I was starting to take Mom more places, and so now I take her every week, or either I do or you do.
I do sometimes drive her to her beauty shop appointment.
I'll come around, Mom, and help you out.
So did I have you get me groceries?
Yes. Take her shopping, or I end up ordering groceries for her every week.
Brought food over for her before. She wanted 4 bananas.
I've been now contacting her doctor, taking her to doctor's appointments, getting some memory testing done.
We can forget about Kaiser.
You're gonna forget about the memory test?
Smart ass.
Penny and I don't necessarily catch everything that you remember or don't remember how to do, and so that's part of the reason for doing the test. And part of the
Do
reason
all my own cleaning. I don't know anything. My house is pretty clean.
sometimes you forget to take some medicine, and
I never
wonder if-
forget to take my medicine. Yes, I have.
With Bubby G, it's being more patient.
We're trying to remind her of things when she forgets.
Mostly I think I help by just listening to her stories.
it hurts her every time she knows that she can't remember something. She struggles with it and she hates it.
And I think Rosalie called me, but why? Oh, good God, Gloria.
That what you told me that your mother told me.
Sherry in there.
Trying to.
I don't know. It's very frustrating because you ask the same question over a few times that you already got the answer to, but don't remember.
But I didn't give you any money.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Maybe did I tell you guys I talked to Stanley the other day?
Yeah,
What's my grandson's name?
you're talking about Devin.
Devin.
Oh, I wish I remember things. I gotta write everything down like this from now.
She would write notes on every random napkin to try to remember things, and she would lose it. You know, if you put your notes here, it's all in the same place, so you don't have to go searching for it.
My mother-in-law has severe dementia right now, actually in hospice.
It was mostly hallucinations and confusion, which I didn't really realize could be a form of dementia.
Because you had no idea.
It just very quickly hit where then even she wouldn't recognize her own daughter, my mom.
I've been out to Washington twice. Well, the first time I went to Washington, she was almost in a childlike state. She was very happy. And then the second time that I went, in November, she was progressively worse. She was weaker. She had difficulty walking, a little bit more obstinate, slept a lot, so it was very disheartening.
She got scared the first night we watched her, and they turned off the lights and she didn't know who I was. And so she said, there's this scary man watching me. And that, I was concerned. I didn't want to scare her. I can see how tough that is, that she's only a shadow of who she was.
It's a cruel disease. While the patient doesn't understand really what's going on, the family does. And they have to sit there and watch somebody that they love deteriorate, not remember sometimes who they are. It makes me incredibly sad and angry. I worry about your dad in the future, if he's gonna be to the point where he's not remembering certain conversations, repeating himself. But if he's anything like his mother and his grandmother, he'll at least be able to carry on conversations with me, and it will just be a matter of being patient.
It's one thing to have it be your great-grandma or your grandma. There's a separation there. It's still sad, but it's when you know it could happen to your parent, that's worse.
I worry if I end up with dementia, then some of that burden ends up on your mother, and some of that burden could end up on you guys and caring for me. And a little, I'm worried that I'm just a little worried about, what have I passed on to the two of you?
And I think it's also affected my life with just that fear that because there's this history of dementia in the family that my dad's gonna end up that way, that my sister's gonna end up that way, that I'm gonna end up that way. So I think it's just kind of been a pervasive fear, especially recently.
My mother, Claire Cornish, on the morning of April 17th, she passed away with my older sister and my older brother and myself by her side. Hopefully science will progress and there will be more that can be done.
As an audiologist and seeing all the research into how untreated hearing loss can, one, appear like dementia, but also studies have found that with hearing loss, untreated, that can actually change the form of the brain. In fact, studies have found that that's the #1 most changeable behavior, treating your hearing loss, that can affect your risk of dementia.
When I was a biology major, I read some research about links between aluminum and dementia. While they couldn't prove it, I made sure that everyone in my family, including myself, no longer uses deodorant with aluminum. I try to read, I try to make sure that we do things to help prevent it, but it's hard when you don't know if it's eventually gonna come for me too.
It sucks. So you have to kind of try and keep a sense of humor whenever possible.
Penny, are you Sherry or not?
Yeah.
When you say Sherry, I think of Sherry, Renee's sister Sherry.
Yeah.
She'll taste very good. Oh, when I had my hair
When it was just
streaked.
starting to come out.
Oh, no. But didn't I have it streaked many years ago?
No,
I
I think it was just a natural streak recently.
Remember the song, The Streak?
What is streaking?
As in running naked.
Running
I
naked.
think so.
I didn't tell you I was a billionaire.
You didn't tell me. I did not know.
Forgot to mention that, Mom.
Oh, I totally forgot.